Glad to have you here with us on Let's Chat Tuesday, March 14th. I'm Chip Chapman. We are joined right away by Ryan King. He is the team leader behind Ryan King Realty, obviously, and Nathaniel Hubbard. Nathaniel is with Leader One. Actually, guys, good morning to you both. Let me get that out of the way. You're doing something here that most of us around here heard about and thought, what and why? You're going to pay somebody's mortgage.
Yeah, we're going to pay somebody's mortgage payment.
Why?
Well, we just thought it would be a great giving back to the community. We have a drawing once a quarter to our past clients and stuff, and so I thought, let me get Nathaniel Hubbard with Leader One involved, and so he came over and we said, well, why don't we pay somebody's mortgage payment? People are having a hard time making their payments, and so we just thought it'd be a good idea to get it back.
Very, very cool. We'll tell you how you can get involved in that coming up here in just a few moments. Nathaniel, going to begin with you. You're the money guy. Tell me what are some of the most common myths when it comes to getting that home mortgage?
One of the most common myths that they have is that you need 20% down.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times I talked to clients and they were waiting to save up that amount, and you know, life happens all the time, so you definitely can't. It's hard to save up 20% down, but there are programs out there that's down payment assistance where you don't have to have a down payment at all. You can have 3% down, 5% down is the average. But yes, 20% down is definitely not the case, especially for first-time home buyers.
Yeah, and that can be, like you said, a big nut to crack, and thankfully it's not that way anymore.
Yeah.
Is the real estate market still as hot and as firing up as it was just 6 months or a year ago?
It is just as hot. It's a little bit crazier and probably a little bit structured differently. We've been in a seller's market for a couple of years. The inventory's down, so it's a little challenging for the buyers.
Right.
However, interest rates have bounced around a little bit, so that's been good at times, you know, for people to jump in. But, you know, there's just as many buyers as there were. Not as many houses, but just as many buyers.
Yeah, and that gets into some competitive bidding, to say the least.
Yeah.
Let's bounce back to the first-time home buyers, and both of you guys chime in on this. What do they need to consider when making that step? Tired of living at home, tired of renting, they want to get out on their own, in their own new home. What are the first steps they should take?
Well, one of the first steps I suggest is calling a lender. Calling a lender and understanding where you are in your financial situation. We look at credit score, we look at income, we look at assets, and it's impossible to know exactly what you qualify for without speaking with a professional. But that's what I'll always recommend.
So getting pre-qualified is definitely better.
100% the first step.
From the real estate guy's point of view, why is getting pre-qualified better?
It makes your offer a lot stronger. When that buyer finds something that they really like, we want to be able to send a pre-approval letter over with that offer and say, hey, look, our buyer is strong in this offer situation, so that we can win if it's a multiple offer situation.
Sure, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of multiple offer situations.
A lot,
lately.
a lot. Most of them are these days.
Really?
Yeah.
Most are, and most of these are going for above the so-called asking price, right?
They were, you know, back about a year or so ago, we would go over the asking price. Right now, we're getting about 94 to 96% of the original list price.
Wow, that's still pretty strong
that's pretty
in
strong.
anybody's book. Back to the first-time home buyers. Let's go beyond the first-timers. What do folks need to do when they're ready to get a mortgage for their second, third, or however many homes down the road? What kind of paperwork do they need to get together, and what do they need to do before they come see you?
Well, one of the things they would do is, well, first call, because everybody's situation is different. You never know what paperwork they're going to need. The general paperwork is usually an ID, pay stubs, bank statements, and copy of recent mortgage statement if they currently own a home. But some people have situations where it requires additional paperwork, and it's kind of impossible to know until you actually have that conversation with the client.
All right, and tell us more about how you guys are teaming up to actually pay somebody's mortgage, which I think is
So
really,
we're super excited. We have this drawing coming up. They have up until March the 28th to call.
Right.
If you'll go to thechattanoogalife.com, which is our website, click on the events tab. It gives you the phone number there to call. We'll do the drawing on March the 30th at 12 o'clock on Facebook Live, and they can win up to $2,000 that's paid towards their mortgage payment.
Well, have you guys done this before?
Never done it.
No,
Never heard of anybody doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't either. This is something you're going to team up and continue to do.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Really?
It's fun.
How often?
We have a drawing once a quarter, so we don't know how often we're going to do this giveaway, but we have a drawing once a quarter, so we'll see.
And tell us again how to get involved in this really cool thing about these guys are going to team up and pay your mortgage. One more time, how to enter.
Go to the ChattanoogaLife.com, which is
Right.
our website. Click on the events tab, and it will have a phone number on there. And you call that phone number, and then you just get entered to win.
Wow, simple as
Easy.
that. Hope you guys will come back
Yeah.
either before the actual drawing or let us know who the drawing winner is, and we'll be happy to pass it along. Nathaniel, Ryan, good to see you both.
Thank
Hope
you.
have
Thank
a
you so
great
much.
rest of the day. Again, you heard how to do it. Your mortgage is on the table, or in this month's case, it might be back in your pocket. Stick around. We have much more of Let's Chat coming up after this.